How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And it goes without saying that I have thoroughly enjoyed doing these videos for you. And every now and then we come across a collection of games from one developer and publisher that have been ported from somewhere else. Today is the third and final example of one such trilogy of games. These were originally developed and published by Aicom for the Macintosh computer back in the 80s. And today's game is the first of them that was ported to the NES, but the third of 4 of those games that was released on the Mac. They were all released between 85 and 87, but the NES port of today's game is from 1989. It ended up being published here on the NES by Kemco, and it's one of those games where you ever play a game where you feel like everything is trying to kill you? You can't catch a break. Well, that's what's going on here. Today, we're going to take a look at the incredibly brutal, yet pretty rewarding Shadowgate. Now, Shadowgate, you play as a young warrior, last in a line of hero kings. That's the words on the back of the box and from the manual. Who has gone to this castle to stop a warlock who is trying to raise a behemoth that will destroy the world. I've never understood villains wanting to destroy the world. Bruh, you live here. You trying to take over something that's going to be completely destroyed. What? That don't make no sense. But anyway, this warlock has taken up refuge in Castle Shadowgate, where the entirety of this game takes place. And it's up to you, the warrior hero king, to venture into this castle, solve all of the puzzles that have been put in your way, and defeat the warlock. This sounds simple enough until you actually start to play it. My personal experience, I tried to play this game. I rented this game like 3 or 4 times when I was a little kid, which is actually amazing considering that I didn't know what was going on for real. And I only made it into the castle half of those times. Other times I couldn't find the key at the door to the castle. And eventually my torches ran out. Your torches are your timer. And if you run out of torchlight, you die instantly. The screen which tells you basically what's happening in the game says that your torch went out with a fizzle. You walked around with outstretched hands trying to find the light. You trip on something, fall, hit your face on the ground. The ground is stone. The Grim Reaper greets you, and the Grim Reaper pops up. You see the Grim Reaper and hear the game over music a lot in this game. Thankfully, there is a way to save. It's built into the game, so you have a built-in save. There are also lots of places. Pretty much every room in the castle has a way to get a torch. And you pick up a lot of different items. Some useful, some useless. A lot of things that you will try to pick up, they're traps. They will kill you. A lot of doors you try to go to, they're traps. They will kill you. a lot of the interactions you have with other characters that pop up on your quest will kill you. There is a lot of this will kill you happening in Shadowgate. But that's the hallmark of a good puzzle adventure game. Lots of trial and error. That's why it's a good thing that there's a save function right there on your inventory screen. So yeah, Shadowgate is a great port of the original. It translates really well, just like the other two MacVenture games that got ported, Deja Vu and Uninvited. It translates really well to the NES, which is remarkable considering that the NES is not it doesn't have a keyboard and mouse. It is, just a couple of buttons and a directional pad on a little rectangle. But yeah, good game. Takes some getting used to if you're into point and click adventure games. This one is right up your alley. But man, is it hard. Whew. But yeah, if you decide you want a copy of Shadowgate, between $8 and $15. Good price range right there. You can get a copy. It's pretty cheap. I saw a couple of complete copies going for like $30, $35, which is really good. This is the cheapest of the 3 MacVenture games that got ported to the NES. And a couple of sequels happened for this on the game. Port of the game on Game Boy happened, and sequels happened on other consoles like Turbo Duo and stuff like that. Then there was an N64 version of this game, which is interesting, and there was a modernized version of it in around 2014 for PCs. Now, you can also, much like the other 2 games, you can get this as part of the 8-Bit Adventure Anthology on modern consoles and PCs. So yeah, there are lots of ways you can play Shadowgate. And if you like this type of game, you should definitely check it out. It's a really good pickup for spooky season. You dig? This has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow, Color Dreams tried to make the Divine Comedy happen. Let that sink in for a sec, y'all.